Do you know in your heart universal care is the way to go?
It's not, but this is what they wanted all along. Democrats were happy with Obamacare because they said, well, if Obamacare works, that's great because it expands the government's role in health care. But if it doesn't, that's fine, too, because it opens the door to single-payer system.
You know, socialism, which is what single-payer health care is their explicit goal. And, you know, they've essentially established it, Eric, because in Obamacare, they've made health care a right. The GOP, to their great detriment, never challenged that. So you've got Obamacare, which, as we've talked about for weeks, is essentially fascist, right? Privately owned in name only, really controlled by the government. The next step will be outright socialism, because just like student loans, Obama's going to say, we got to cut out the middlemen, that is, the private sector, and make it completely government-controlled. That's next.
On the far left, they want single-payer a la socialism, socialized medicine, pure and simple. In the center, they say fix this, and on the right, they say repeal this. Roll a clip of the various liberals talking about single-payer, and I'm getting Wayne to weigh in just after. Go ahead.
If I were starting a system from scratch, then I think that the idea of moving towards a single-payer system could very well make sense.
It was a heavy lift to pass. I myself would have preferred single-payer or a public option.
What we've done here with the Obamacare is a step in the right direction, but we're far from having something that's going to work for.
So eventually, though, you think we'll work beyond the insurance system?
Absolutely, yes.
I'm all for a single-payer system.
I happen to be a proponent of a single-payer universal health care plan.
We cannot get to universal health care, which I believe is both a core democratic value and an imperative for our country.
Socialized medicine has failed in every place it's been tried. To the extent it's been tried, it's why there's as many MRI machines in Washington State. There's more MRI machines in Washington State than there is the whole of Canada.
Right.
That's our future under
I know
Obama's
Jimmy wants to
single
get in
payer.
there. I contend that they said, you know what, let's get this thing passed. We'll sell it on whatever we have to do. We'll make it law, and then we'll morph it into what we really want, single-payer, socialized medicine, top to bottom, cradle to grave.
Absolutely. They saw this as the first step to single-payer system, and every American should be frightened by this, because what it means is that other people other than yourself will be making health care decisions for you. A bunch of bureaucrats will. That is dangerous.
All right, Jamu, last thought.
Most Americans want the insurance companies to have less control over health care, and yes, they believe health care is a right. The most popular health care program in the country, let me finish, Michelle, the most popular health care system in this country is a single-payer system.
I doubt when a bureaucrat tells you that you can't get a surgery you want.
Guys, I open up a can of worms right at the end of the segment.
That you're forced to be part of.
I apologize.